Welcome to... You're still wearing those glasses.
Nobody claimed them. Nobody.
You've had those for...
I know.
I mean, they were left here maybe like 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, have they been here because they did just sit up there for a couple of years until I was desperate one day. And nobody reached out and said, those are my readers that I've been looking for the past couple of years. So...
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep wearing them until I get my new glasses next week. I'm so excited about that.
When you get your new glasses, it's probably the week after next.
So you just expect to see me wearing these for
Should
the
I
next
put this on
several
the
weeks.
wall so it doesn't disappear in the next 5 minutes?
Patrick's been giving me a hard time because I lose stuff.
She lost a remote in 5 minutes.
We haven't. I think Patrick
I got up to brush my teeth. Jeannie was like, "Give me the remote. I want to flick through the channels."
Because Patrick's a remote
I
hog.
handed her the remote. I brushed my teeth, came back to the bed. She hadn't changed the channel, and I'm like, "Where's the remote?" And Jeannie's like, "I don't know." And we've never found the remote since.
I think Momo did it.
No, this is like...
Momo did it.
I'm like convinced it's like under a sheet or under a bed or something.
We tore the bed apart.
You did? Did you look under the bed? Did you look under the mattress?
I ran my hand like...
No. I'm talking about on the floor.
What's going on here? I'm like Alfalfa. Do you guys remember Little Rascals and Alfalfa's his little hair like that just stuck straight up here?
Do any of you have that special talent?
It's my superpower.
She can make things disappear. It's
I'm like
actual magic.
Like a magician.
I was literally like, and the crazy thing is we have 2 remotes because one of the remotes in that bedroom broke. So I bought a second remote, but I never got rid of the broken remote. So like I had to pay attention to which was the right remote because sometimes the broken remote can turn the TV off and on, but it doesn't change the channel or do anything. So that was a great frustration. And then now the good remote.
You know what else happened? Pat, we got...
I think it's so funny that you guys notice when our screen isn't flipped.
It's like, of course they do, because you're used to seeing us on like certain sides. It's like...
Tomorrow we should just sit opposite and see if anybody noticed.
And like, because I know in our bed... I always sleep on Looker's left.
On that side.
Looker's left. That's my side. And even when we go away, and we get a hotel or something, I always still sleep Looker's left.
No, not if the bathroom's on Looker's right.
I do. I choose whatever side is closest to the bathroom because you know when you're not in a familiar spot and you're like you have to get up in the middle of the night, you don't want to be like struggling to find your way. I take the side that I usually, I will go
she'll
Looker's
argue
left.
for the side that is closest to the bathroom. You need to put these in their case so that those don't disappear.
Stop. Oh my jeez. Okay, Dad.
Last night I finally had it. I was like, you need to find that remote. It was 5 minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes. It takes like 2.5 minutes to brush your teeth.
I want to be able to find... You know what else I've lost? A set of car keys. I'm probably instilling in you. I'm sure you're all feeling like, oh, I can't trust her. I can't trust that girl. Oh, it makes me sad. I want you to be able to trust me.
So, anyways.
We just came on here to shoot the...
Yeah, Jeannie's like, I don't have anything to talk about. I'm like, I'm going to talk about how you lost my remote.
So, I emailed, I know a bunch of you bought the bi-level feet, and we had like 10 sets and sold out of them, and we probably sold another 10 more. So I emailed my rep at Brother. I said, Chris, I'm comfortable with that. Let me know. I can always refund you. Anytime you have to wait for anything and you don't feel like waiting, just let me know and I could be happy to refund you. But you did get half off. So
It's a crazy deal.
it was a great deal. So I think you should just go ahead
It's the same
and
with
wait
those,
for those.
with those rotary blades. Like, it's a good deal, and you're on a list. Like, we've had a bunch of people that are like, yeah, my local dealer doesn't have them either, so I'm just going to stay on your list.
So, but I did want to give you an update on that and just let you know that we're probably a month out on
Marlene, you hid them from yourself?
I hid them from myself. I lost my keys that I hid from the robbers when we went on vacation for 2 years.
Does that mean you found them 2 years later,
or
that you were on vacation for 2 years?
Because I was like, wow, I want to be Marlene and be on vacation for 2 years. I feel like those are going to pop up and maybe I didn't lose them.
There's cameras up there.
Maybe I didn't lose them. Maybe somebody else in the house, because we have 4 drivers in the house now.
That's what I said to Jeannie this morning. I was like, I just think it's going to turn up in like the kids' room because Jeannie's torn all her stuff apart.
I went through all my pockets and then I go and I would have been worried about them earlier that they were lost, but I always go, oh, I made it home, which means they're in the house. I made it home. But
there are 2 sets.
I know, but I would have been worried like a long time ago.
Sometimes Jeannie would have both sets with her though. So.
You're just making me sad about myself.
I'm not trying to make you sad about yourself.
You're making me
I just want you to find my remote.
You're making me feel bad about myself.
It inconveniences my night because I can control the TV with my phone, but I have to get up to plug my phone in.
It makes me feel bad about myself. I feel bad.
So, anyways, we do remain. Like, I had somebody drop a machine off that was like, we need to pick it up by Friday. And I went and looked at the lineup and I'm like, I think we can do it. So, it is an amazing time to get your machine serviced, sooner than later. We are down to one last luminaire. So I've talked a lot about the luminaires that we bought. Like,
can we get more?
Not at that price.
Okay.
So there was a price increase on March 15th, and then they announced that due to unforeseen issues, there was going to be another price increase in May. And when they did that, a lot of times the manufacturers will try to offset our price increases in one form or another. But what they did was they basically were like, you've got these price increases coming. So if you buy 3 or more luminaires, we'll sell them at this incredible price. I was telling somebody yesterday, it's the best price I ever had on luminaires. It's actually better than the price I was paying for luminaires when the luminaire launched in 2018. And so I bought 4. We immediately sold 1. I've since sold 2. So I've got 1 remaining. So for that person that's been waiting, and I've told this to a handful of folks, don't wait. Like, there are no better prices right now. Like, everybody goes, oh, should I wait to the quilt show? Like, no. Like, the price that I'm paying today for the luminaire is several $100s more than I paid for these. And so people have gotten some pretty crazy deals, which is why the 3 luminaires have moved so fast. But I do have 1 left. Oh my God. So product that Jeannie made disappear a week ago has just magically reappeared.
I just found something. I was just sitting here looking around. You know what I love? I love when the ladies come in because I price everything back here and they're talking to me because they shop. They're like, oh, and I'm like, get whatever you want here. I don't have to put away. So, so we were looking for these. And I was like,
this is part of like the amazing curriculum that got worked on a week ago.
Yeah, Michelle's gonna be talking.
That's gonna be so cool. That BES is really, really, really sweet with the scan and cut.
The BES blue.
Sweet with the scan and cut.
Yeah, so if you want software
with training wheels.
It's software with training wheels and also a training wheel price as opposed to, oh, Patrick's holding my hand right now. He never holds. Usually I put my hand on his lap and he pushes it away. Just like, don't bother me
we
right
had
now.
an experience over the weekend where I was in trouble because of a dream.
Yeah. In my
And then-
dream, Patrick left me for a younger woman.
I don't know, Doug, if you're watching, has that ever happened to you? Because it happens to me.
And then
Like,
he took my car away and gave me a horrible, and don't take this wrong, because I just don't, for me, I just wouldn't get a red car. Just because it's, I like blue. That's what I like. But he gave me a red car, and it was like a junky one too. It wasn't even a nice one. If it had been maybe a nice one, I would have been okay with it. He took my car and he gave it to the younger woman. And he gave me a car he knows I don't like.
In her dream.
Yeah.
And so all day it was like, sorry?
Yeah, because there must be something. He maybe made me feel insecure. Because isn't your dream your subconscious?
Maybe your dream was you feeling insecure because of your behavior.
That I love you and I want to hold your hand.
Maybe that was
I
what
should
your
feel
dream
insecure
was.
about that.
You felt like you should be
Like a younger
treating
one.
me like a younger woman.
That's too much work. So anyhow, now I understand sister wives. Okay.
So anyways,
we'll conclude that part of
Yes.
the conversation right now. So anyways, we just found this.
Violet, it was funny because she came down and she talked about being mad at me because of her dream. And Violet actually goes, "You do this all the time, Mom," or she made
Oh
some
my God,
comment
Sage!
like that.
Hi, Sage.
So, what is
I do have that.
pertinent
I
to-
do have that dream often. I
What?
do. Not often, but probably once a year. I'm mad at him because he leaves.
I get up and I'm like, "Good morning," and she's like,
It's okay. All right. Tomorrow, I will see some of you tomorrow morning for the live feed of the. Where's my book? I had it. Oh, here it is.
disappeared.
Here it is. I know. I'm like. And then I'm like the best magician ever.
You know who hates magic?
Look how
is
organized
Momo.
I am. See? I have everything right here. I got these because this is going to help my life.
Who thinks
is what
we
we're
should
working
try
on.
to bring Momo back to the store for the month of April?
So we're going to work on this tomorrow morning. Have all your pieces cut and ready to go. If you are unable to make it, don't worry about it. Just sign up for the class. I'll send you the link and then I'll send you the recording of the class later on. I have Terry Peppers who just signed up and Deb Rashkin. So I will go ahead and send you that Zoom link. And then the following week, we're actually going to do the quilting together. And I think it's going to be super easy, super fun. And it'll get you over the hump of having a new product to try and figure out yourself. We'll do it together. It's going to be like girlfriends sewing together. We're going to have so much fun. I was actually on my way to work today. I called my girlfriend from...
I'm like, Jeannie, when you get there, call me so I know when to leave the house. And then it got to the point where I was like, I need to leave the house. Like, we're going to be late.
I never called him because I was busy talking to my girlfriend.
Now I know where I sit in your ranking of importance.
So
Maybe younger women aren't so bad.
maybe you'd be more important.
Maybe I'd be more important.
Maybe you'd be less important too. So, but we were talking pink doodle fabric. I think I do have the pink doodle. Lisa, I'll check on that after we get off the live feed and I'll give you a call. But, and there's two different pink doodles. Number one, there was a pink doodle, which was kind of like bubblegum pink, which they discontinued. And then there's like a peachy pink, which is, I probably have that. But I did order a whole bunch of fabric that's going to be here on Friday. I got my shipping confirmation.
I think Miss Cronowetter, wasn't Miss Cronowetter, shouldn't we schedule her
Oh,
for
yeah.
a demo when
Oh,
she
yeah,
comes
Miss
in to get
Lisa.
her pink
Don't you think
doodle
we
fabric?
should schedule a demo? And I always call it petting the puppy. we're going to come in, and while we're doing the demo, you're petting the puppy. And, petting the puppy, you usually fall in love with the puppy. So you might end up going home with the puppy, which in our world is the machine. So I was talking to my girlfriend, and she was asking me about how my vacation was. And I said it was great. I'd been sick, but it was still a great trip. And then I was like, I don't like hiking.
What?
I wish I could go on the hike, but on a magic carpet.
But on a Segway?
On a magic carpet.
We just need to get her a Segway.
I wish everyone... would need really beefy wheels because I need to be able to go up and over. And the better alternative to the Segway would be a magic carpet where I would just like lay on it. And then you guys are all hiking and I'm laying. And I'm enjoying the scenery. But that
was like one of the coolest hikes that
moving.
we've ever done. Like, I will say, Jeannie last night was like, I would totally go back to St. George again.
I loved St. George,
was, like,
ladies.
Amazing, because there aren't too many places. Just wait until Santa Fe.
Remember when I didn't want to go to St. George because I thought St. George, I didn't know what to expect. So I was like, I don't want to go to St. George. St. George sounds silly. And then we went and I was like, oh, this place is absolutely amazing. I loved it. And so you think I'll feel that way about Santa Fe?
Oh, Santa Fe is so cool, especially if we.
I'm a homebody. I just love being at home. But I was telling my girlfriend how I don't like to hike, and it's basically because I don't like to move. So I like just being completely still.
But
she said to me, I go, maybe I'm just not one of those people that appreciates mindfulness and being out and like looking around and stuff. And she was like, she made a good point. She goes, you like mindfulness in your creating and your crafting. And I was like, that's so true, because remember, Lynn, how we would, or I just like with Sage, I like just making stuff and just being with my girlfriends and chatting. For me, that's what feeds my soul. Right? We don't always.
And Funyuns.
Yeah. Like a bag of Funyuns, my girlfriends, and making something. That is my idea of a good time.
How about you remake that bracelet?
Anyhow, and the magic carpet, doesn't that sound fantastic? Like, I would like to go. I would like to be on a magic carpet with my sewing machine plugged in and just making stuff while I'm with my family and they're hiking, but I'm with them enjoying everything.
But we saw a snowy owl.
We saw snowy
petroglyphs.
Owl. Yes.
We were in slot canyons.
Yeah.
And that was all within 5 miles.
It's St. George, the access is
crazy.
amazing.
Like that was the best close to the car hike I've ever done in my life.
Oh my God, Betty. Betty, you're so funny. I'm glad that made you think of me. The Funyuns.
I love how Funyuns, like on the bag, says no real onion flavor.
I tried a different brand of Funyuns.
That had real onion flavor.
I was at Rayleigh's and they had their Funyuns, and I was like, oh, I'll try those, and they weren't as good. They weren't as they were a little oilier, and just like they weren't as hard and crunchy like the Funyuns that I love. But that's my idea of a good time is being with my. My idea with a good time, if you wanted to craft with me. Don't you think that would be so much fun? And we could just like girl talk and stuff.
I think the way it used to work was really good. When we'd go camping and we'd go do stuff and you'd be like, I'm going to hang out. And then we'd come back and dinner was made.
I do love that too.
Awesome.
I love just making, I like being a homemaker. I love that.
So is there anything else that we have to talk
I'm
about
so sorry,
that's like
ladies.
pertinent to the store?
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Today started with us being like, do we have anything to talk about?
We do. So I will see you tomorrow morning is basically, and if you just want to watch, you can sign up too. You don't even have to be sewing with us. If you want to watch us do piecing in the hoop for embroidery, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So just have all your fabric cut out and ready to go. And then we are almost done with March. Is that Is that just scary? And then next week we are going to do the the quilting part with the clear blue tiles. And a lot of you, I talk to people and they're like, I love the clear blue tiles. So if you haven't used it yet, or if you have used it, it's going to be a fun class. Don't forget, Michelle's going to be doing the Easter candy bags. That's going to be happening in just a little bit. And then she has the all-tier embroidery. That's going to be this afternoon. You can still sign up. Oh, you know what? Talk for just a second, because I found the sample that we've been looking for.
Whoa, I just got thrown under the bus. Yeah, I don't really have much to talk about at all. I do have that journey. We were actually going through, like, any of my Bernina ladies. I have a ton of really good condition, like Bernina feet, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's just been sitting in the back. So if we've got any Bernina folks that are looking for something...
Hoops, because we took everything home, we're going to go, I was like, yeah, we're going to go gangbusters tonight. And then I got home last night, I was like, oh, Patrick, I can't get off the couch. And so, but with a lot of that stuff, we eBay it. Like Viking hoops, Viking feet, all this Bernina stuff. We have so much because it comes in with like trade-ins. And that helps us like make up our margin because, you know, we're doing everything at the best price possible. This is the class that is on Thursday. So
I'm going to go get up front and get ready.
Okay.
So
the class on Thursday,
Thursday
afternoon is for people that have the Solaris and Luminaire, and we also have this class up for it's up for the end of April. So if you have a Destiny, a Dream Machine, Altair, Meridian, any of those machines, everything other than the Solaris and Luminaire, just because the buttons are different. So we found it too confusing to combine everything. This is the class, and this is a complimentary class if you purchase your machine from us, and if you did not purchase your machine from us, there is a fee, but it's, how long is that class? It's like $21, so it's totally affordable, but this is what you're going to be doing. So if you are taking this class tomorrow, you need to have this pieced. It's going to look like this. You need to have it pieced and ready to go. Like this. Layered, pieced, backing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to how to scan in the image, so you'll learn how to scan in the image, and then you will also bring it in via JPEG because that's always cleaner, less noise, and less cleanup. I shouldn't say always, but usually. And then we will be assigning line properties, fill properties, embroidering it out, bringing it back in, adding the quilting stitch around, because that's what so many of you want to do on your larger embroidery machines. We are not doing the auto split quilt sashing. That's something that I added later, but this is auto split quilt sashing. Don't you love that? Where you can do that in the border, and all you have to do is measure length, width, and then put in your measurement of how big you want that auto split quilt sashing to be. So this is really what you do in the class. You do this part. Oh, I didn't add the quilting. And then you add the quilting to it. And then you can finish it off however you want to finish it off. But we start with this image. That's what we start with. And then this is what we end up with. So Solaris and Luminaire ladies, that is the class for tomorrow afternoon, which is going to be March 31st. Destiny, Dream Machine, Stellar, Altair, XE1, XJ1, all of you ladies, we have that class coming up, and it is going to be on the 29th of April. If you purchased your machine from us, just reach out to me and I'll just add you to the class. And then if you didn't, I think you can go online to sign up for that. I think it is online, not 100% positive. So just let me know and we can add that if it's not on the calendar. Anything else? Can you think of anything else? It's National Serger Month, and I have not forgotten about that class. I will be working on that. My patterns should be here next week, and I just ordered some amazing fabric because I'm going to be kitting it out. Michelle Kelly, if you're on here, I just ordered a whole bunch of the She Who Sews from Riley Blake. It is so cute, sewing themed, and I'm going to do some other serger projects with it, but I should tell you I told you it's going to be up this weekend and then it didn't go up. But this is the serger bag that we're going to be doing. and I'll make another sample. And like I said, I am going to be kitting this. So this is going to be on there. And I didn't find the download for the butterfly in my invitation. I will check on that and I will add that download, Marlene. Thanks for the reminder. I think that's it. If there's anything else you can think of, just reach out. Is that a class blue tile or sew along? Oh, Dee, that, I'm not sure. I think you're talking about, this one is a sew along. So it's a free sew along because I'm going to be doing it with you. And if you're like me, this right here is only, I want to say it's small. It's 28 inches long, something like that. Let me slow down because I know I move super fast. The table runner isn't very big. So I cut double. I cut double for the embroidery because I'm going to make it longer for my table. Am I signed up for the IQ class? Linda, let me check. And if you're not, I'm going to add you right now. Marlene, I'm going to make sure that butterfly file is attached to your invitation. I'll add it if it wasn't added already. And that's it. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'll see you ladies in the morning because we're going to be stitching together. And just reach out if you have any questions.